And we are on. So today we're going to be talking to Sallie, our tutor, our Butte Literacy tutor, and to Michael, our student, about the Butte Literacy Program, some of the challenges you have been through, some of the accomplishments you have accomplished. And we're just going to talk a little bit about the process, how Michael found the program, and some of the things that he is learning and what he hopes to do with what he's learned in the future. So thank you for allowing this interview. Sallie, first of all, tell me how you got into the program or how you became a tutor here.
Newspaper. There was an article in the newspaper that said they were training for literacy tutors. 12 years ago, 13 years ago. It's been a long time. So I've seen a lot of changes happen. And I was interested in the time I had retired and I wanted to do something. And I've always loved to read, and the thought of, I've always worked with people.
Excellent.
So that's how I got into it, and it's just evolved from there.
And Michael, how did you find the program? What made you seek them out in the first place?
I was up at Silver House and I was trying to get into a program that actually benefited me socially. You know, it wasn't, when I first came here, I was told to take the GED test, and they told me that when I was ready for high school or college, but they said that I have to be in the classroom for a certain amount of time and I have to have all this time, and I couldn't do the test, so I kind of slacked off. But the thing is that I was trying to reconnect without all the hassle. So that I could take my test when I'm ready. Because in classrooms I get a little bit uncomfortable. And so I think it was through Miles up at the center or Megan a while back that we actually called and got in touch. And I was a little bit hesitant at first, a little bit.
How long have you been with the program?
Let's see here, about a year and a half, maybe 2.
2 years in July.
Excellent. Wow.
2 years this month.
But I don't regret it, actually. Like I said, they work with you. They establish what you need, what type of tutors you need, what type of subjects you need to work on, and they give you homework, and they work with you. And I haven't even stepped into a classroom or worried about time. I already took 2 tests, and it's been less of a hassle than what I had before. So
So you really like the process that they go through to get you to learn. What are the challenges that you think have been through this?
I like knowledge, but the one regret I have is I want to get back up into what I was. I was, like I said, when I started off, I understood geometry, trigonometry, and science. I was clear up into actually formulating scientific equations for plants and animals, but there for a while I kind of slacked off because there wasn't many options open then. So I never even heard of the Butte Literacy Program, so I just felt stuck, and I kind of just.
It was good they came along, huh? Sallie,
you know something I'm curious about. I think Michael's unusual in that he's had 2 tutors. And talk a little bit about how you perceive us, Rich and I, in terms of either differences, similarities, easier, harder, But I've been curious about
What have you learned from each of the tutors? I guess that would be a good question.
Okay.
I learned math from Rick. Sallie here, is working on my reading, and I already took my test for social studies. And right now,
but not only social studies. What other tests did you take?
I took my math and
how did you do?
Well, math I got the bare minimum of 8, but social studies I got a 17 out of 20.
Ooh, very good. Very good. Awesome.
So I'm kind of on my way.
I would say you are.
It takes you a while to get into the testing, into going up there and doing it.
Yeah.
But I think I got the hang of it.
Yeah. You're sticking with it, Michael. That's pretty commendable. Is that you are staying with the course? Because some people would just go, oh, it's not worth it, and they give up. So, talk about those kind of challenges, Sallie. How do you keep your students motivated to keep going?
That's a good question. I think probably by investing in the process as much as Michael does. When he gets something, it's a real uplift to me, and I think Michael feels that, or any of the folks that I work with.
Yeah.
That's probably myself is the motivator. Just trying to kind of keep him interested by keeping our relationship as part of the process, so that he wants to come, not just because he's learning, because he enjoys our side comments and our side talk.
Yeah, the connection.
Yeah,
right.
Exactly. The connection. And I think without a connection, you're probably not going to be real successful. And then Michael has been
right. Just that. Sorry to interrupt.
Oh no, that's it.
But I believe that friendship, without you being close to someone, it's very hard to talk. It's very hard to express your feelings or about the tests, or you've got to feel comfortable, and you got to like I said, when I've been with the program, I've made friends, and it's kind of helped me get further than if I just would have said, oh, you. And
yeah. What do you hope to do with what you're learning? What's your ultimate goal? What do you want to do with the skills that you've learned?
Well, I was thinking about, I don't know, starting my own business, but maybe I'll go into one of the fields. Maybe I was thinking a scientific or social studies background. Oh, wow. I've been into geology, and if I get good at that, then I can get back into it.
With it, yeah.
And I was thinking either geology or science background.
Something science related. Yeah.
Because I enjoy it.
What is the thing you love second most? Because first most are your games.
Well,
okay, there's video games.
Well,
which actually
which I was thinking about that. We were talked about me maybe becoming a tutor here, or me testing out video games, which wouldn't be too bad. I had a lot of volunteer work in the past. When I was going to school, I actually worked at the food bank. I helped set up for community events. I volunteered at the pet shelter up in Coeur d'Alene. Greenhouse. I helped sell a bunch of stuff at Walmart for my school. So I even got in the newspaper up there. But
you know what that says to me is that you have a lot of experience to draw on.
Yeah.
To kind of make a pathway of, because there's so many things you could do. The one thing you didn't mention that I would thought came out first are trains.
Yeah.
I mean, he's fascinated. There's a whole lot.
Model trains.
Wow. Has a model train thing.
Yeah.
At home.
It just needs to be repaired a little bit. But yeah, so I'm trying to work with my family on that. So yeah. I still need a little bit of tuning, learning how to be careful, but I'm I'm doing better.
You made
Remarkable progress.
Yeah, I
in
think
certain
too,
things.
Michael, if you can remember back to when you and I first met,
Yeah.
okay, and to where we are now, your social skills, your ability to deal with me, both positive and maybe not quite so positive, has really blossomed.
Yeah.
And as a result of that, I think it's made this easier.
Oh yeah, true. True. Actually, the courage you get just makes it easier and easier because you built the confidence.
Yeah.
What a good word.
That is good.
Yeah, but I did an interview, and I also did landscaping. I did mowing. I did a bunch of odds and ends. You know, help replace sprinklers.
You have a lot of skills you can use.
It does.
Yeah.
And a lot of interest too, which I think is real helpful.
Right. So I can kind of spread out on what I'm good at after I do this stuff.
Yeah. So tell me, we were talking about before the video came on about why you would recommend the Butte Literacy Program. Tell our audience again why you would recommend the Butte Literacy Program, and what would you say to somebody that's not quite sure whether they want to try it?
I would say that it's a very supportive. It's a community where they make you feel welcome, positive. They work with you, you know, through your problems. If you're having problems, you know, they offer advice, and, you know, they'll text you about your assignment, see how it's going. They'll text you, and they really keep you when to meet.
On target.
Right. So they kind of are there when you need it. And it's more of a beneficial friendship, and it's where you should feel comfortable, and I believe that if they try it, that it's one program that doesn't only make you feel good and more positive, but it makes you take the test. It makes you less hassle, you know. And I believe that, like, you know, when I first came here, with all the hassles of where I have to meet standards in a classroom before they would let me take the test, when I'm here, they work with you steadily at your own pace. They're always there for you, and you can take the test when you're ready.
Yeah, I like that.
But not when they say you don't have enough hours, or you have to. It's like all the red tape that I had motivated me to get going, because I hate red tape. I
think most of us do.
I almost went postal.
No.
On her. I mean, I got so high scores, and she's like, and she stood there and says, "No, you don't have the hours, and we can't move all your hours you spent over in Idaho to here."
So this was at the previous place you were at.
Right.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and I just kind of got like.
So, you know, I'm curious, Michael, when you came and, okay, you got here and the program was explained to you, did you believe it? I'm thinking it's such a contrast.
Yeah.
And I think, again, that's probably one of the really important things about the program, is that so many folks that we do tutor had such a bad experience in high school. I mean, awful. And we are so totally different from that. Everybody gets an individual.
It's more personal. Yeah.
Well.
And it's always one-on-one.
Yeah.
Well, I think that whenever you walk into an abnormal situation at first, it is perfectly normal to feel anxiety.
Oh yeah.
Fear.
Unknown situation. Yeah.
And if you had bad experiences in your past, or, you know, traumatic experiences like I have, you know, you're even more so.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's hard when you walk in, but if you stick with it and you are patient, you can benefit from it. But it takes a little bit of work. It takes a little bit of
A little bit?
well, a lot of work, but it takes time to feel comfortable. You have to get to know the people in order to get to know the program in order to feel comfortable, and that's what I did. And like I said, I had in high school I had problematics, you know, bullying and stuff, and the thing is that I don't know, even when I went and they told me I have to sit in that classroom, you know, or get those hours again, I just kind of felt uncomfortable, you know, in a classroom setting, and they kind of didn't offer.
You weren't given a choice.
I wasn't given a choice. Is the thing. Yeah, you have to do this, or I'm not going to let you take the test. And I believe that the program is more open-minded, and it's not that way. And that's where I kind of almost lost it, is because I believe that if people give you the choice, where it's not forced on you.
Okay, can you relate that to the literacy program? What kind of choices do you think we gave you?
Well, they give you a choice of what you want to work on, your reading, what type of tutors you want, what you're looking for in the tutors. You know, so they give you options of, you know, ask you if you can do homework or not, or you know, they ask if they can text you, or you know.
So that sounds like it's a very give and take. It's a mutual. We're going to do something that both of us can agree is something that's going to be helpful, that's something you want to do, and something that the tutor says, hey, that sounds good. Because maybe with that, Michael, I'm thinking a lot of what you're saying, and one of the reasons why I think you have been as successful as you have been, is because we have very much tried to individualize the program to what works best for you.
Right.
Yeah. So Sallie, would you say that a lot of the students that have come into the program succeed because they at one point were in their life where they felt like they had no choice. They were up against a wall and they've been told, well, you don't have this skill, you're stuck here and we're not going to help you with it. We're not going to meet you halfway. You're just relegated to, you know, just being down there. We'll just put you in the corner. Would you say that a lot of students that come through this program are probably coming from that situation?
I would say that every single student that has come into this program has had at some point a very bad and a very lasting academic experience, a school experience.
Yeah.
And it may not just be that they felt left out, or they felt pointed to, or no options. But whatever it was a bad experience, and it stuck with them, and it changed how they looked at learning, how they looked at education. And again, that's why I think it's so important that people who are interested, who for whatever reason want to finish, want to learn more, understand that it truly is for them. You know, I'm not here for me. You know, I mean, I obviously get something out of it.
Serving.
But I'm here to help Michael get whatever it is that he wants.
Excellent.
And that's the way I think every single tutor is, or we wouldn't be here.
And that's probably one of the main things of the Butte Literacy Program. Looking for a better word. One of the best characteristics of the Butte Literacy Program, I think, is that individual giving of oneself to helping that student and helping them to succeed. So what do you hope to see come out of the Butte Literacy in the future, the Butte Literacy Program? Where do you think it's going to evolve to? Because it seems to me that it is evolving.
Oh,
Because it's not
has.
just about
Yeah.
reading, it's not just about passing tests, there's a lot more to it.
An awful lot of it, I think, is going to be tied into technology.
Mhm.
So many things are opening up now where through the computer we can do things and people can earn like all kinds of certifications, nursing aids, all kinds of things that I think it's going to be more employment oriented.
Oh, yeah.
That just having a high school diploma or equivalency no longer really is as meaningful as it was in terms of jobs as when I was young. So I think again, some of our students go from here and take, whether it's a trade course, whether it's a college entrance level course, but it's a stepping stone. You know, this isn't the end, and that's another way I think our program has changed. Is that before it was pretty much once Michael had his high set or his GED, it was kind of, well, have a good life.
Yeah.
You know, we didn't emphasize staying connected, although a lot of us did stay connected, but we're really, it's a continuing process, and I think that's going to be a real growth in our program, and I'm excited about it.
Yeah.
One last question, Michael, for you, because I know we have to probably wrap it up, and we could probably spend all
Yeah.
afternoon talking, but I know you guys have to continue with your work here. Will you let us know when you graduated?
Yeah, I'll let you know.
I'd like to find out where this takes you, and you know how you are going to go on to your next step, because there will be a transition at some point, I'm sure. But will you let us know when that happens?
Sure. I like to add one little thing.
Sure.
I believe that some of the homeless, that a lot of people in this life were told that they're too much to handle, or they're cast aside, and they're not given the equal chance, or they're not given the care. And the thing is that I believe even if a homeless person comes into the program, they can learn to better their life. If someone, even in school, if someone, stopped the bullying or gave people encouragement instead of detrimental them, we would see a rise in happiness or employment or, but a lot of people are not given the structure that they need. And in that, I think it's our responsibility to make sure that people are well taken care of. And me, myself, a lot of the stuff that even relationships have been problematic because they just say you're too much, we can't handle you,
We don't understand you.
Yeah, and I believe that if people just took the chance to just like the program is, to ask you how you feel, work with you, give you the structure, give you the skills, give you the encouragement, give you everything that the program is. I believe anybody can be successful if they choose to be that way and not be a total ass.
Okay, and
I'm sorry to go there.
Are you specifically talking about Butte Literacy Program?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm talking about you guys. If you guys and more people were like you guys, we would see the high employment rate. We would see more people doing better. If people just, like I said, if people just took the time to
find the good.
Yeah.
Be supportive.
and right. And I believe that encouragement or giving people success, like taking tests, right? Yeah. It gives them a big boost to where they feel like, like accomplishing more, or enter back into the world to do what they truly love. And that's what I think is what happiness is someone accepting you, being there, and encouraging you to continue to be better. You know, and I believe that is one of the aspects that makes a truly great person.
And
that strengthens the bonds of friendship, that strengthens us and them.
Yeah.
If you know you can rely on them, that you can trust them, that you can, that they'll give you.
You feel valued when you're in that. And so I'm going to use what you've just said is very vital to acquiring volunteers for the program. So keeping in mind what Michael has just said and some of the things that Sallie has pointed out about the challenges, Butte Literacy Program is looking for volunteers, tutors who want to invest in another human being, to place the value on another human being, just what Michael has talked about. And so the Butte Literacy Program is looking for volunteers. If you would like to volunteer and put some investment into another person and give that confidence to another person, you can call them at 723-7905 here in Butte. You will talk to Tenny, who is the program director. You can also email them at butteliteracy@gmail.com. And we have a Facebook page on Facebook. There's a couple things on it. This interview will be on there, and a couple of other informational things that we might need. So we're going to close it up now. And if you have any questions, again, call the number 723-7905. That's Butte Literacy Program here in Butte. They've done some amazing things. Thank you, Sallie. Thank you, Michael, for your time. And we're going to close it down, and we'll hopefully hear from Michael again when he is graduated.
Yes.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Okay.
Thank you.